From Local 3 Sports, this is Friday Night Football with Ben Bobick, Samantha Casano, and Greg Glover.
Friday Night Football is brought to you by Food City, proudly featuring the certified Angus beef brand, the best Angus beef available. And Sonic, this is how we Sonic.
And now, Friday Night Football.
Welcome to our Halloween edition of Friday Night Football right here on Local 3 News. I am Samantha Casano, of course, in for Ben Bobick this evening. We have reached the final week of the regular season in Tennessee as some teams play their final game of 2022 tonight. But we still have another week of regular season ball before we start talking playoffs in Georgia. That is exactly where we kick things off tonight with our game of the week.
It's time for the Friday Night Football Game of the Week, sponsored by Warren & Griffin, your local five-star law firm, supporting high school football for decades in Chattanooga and North Georgia.
The Ringgold Tigers were one of the best teams in North Georgia a season ago, almost posting an undefeated regular season. Earlier this year, it looked like the Tigers were far from that 2021 squad. After all, they lost over 20 seniors to graduation. But that all changed when they got to region play, where they have won 4 of their last 5. The Tigers were trying to make it 5 out of 6. Their opponent tonight in LFO hasn't had the best season under new head coach Mac Bryan. But that doesn't mean they didn't want to put a scare into the Tigers' run. The Warriors trying to spoil Ringgold's chances of clinching a home playoff game, an action-packed game from the start. LFO's first drive of the game, Dylan Blankenship throws. That's intercepted by Ty Gilbert. Tigers take over. They take advantage a few plays later. Ross Norman hands it off to Keyshawn Taylor, who weaves through traffic until he finds Pager. Ringgold on top 7-0. Tigers looking to tack on. Norman airs it out, but that ball is intercepted by the Warriors. LFO gives the Tigers a taste of their own medicine, but can't capitalize on the drive. First play of the second quarter, 3rd and goal for Ringgold. Norman finds his man Peyton Williams into the end zone. Tigers up 14-0. LFO trying to answer. Blankenship throws deep, but that one again is caught by Taylor. He makes his way into the red zone. Peyton Williams had 4 touchdowns last week. He had 3 the week before. Just a few minutes into the second quarter, here is his second of the game. That makes it 21-0 Ringgold. And how about this play? Norman passes, caught by Taylor. Beep, beep, beep. We will just skirt our way past defenders. Tigers up 28-0 with 8 minutes to go in the half. They roar on to a 49-7 win. Sticking in the Peach State, Sonoraville paid a visit to Heritage. First quarter, Phoenix already have a 7-0 lead thanks to a Zach Lyles touchdown. Generals looking to answer. Caden Swope hands it off to Landon Kanzler to tie things up at 7 apiece. We are tied after 1 second quarter. Swope keeps it 2 yards for the score. The QB keeper gives Heritage a 14-7 lead. Gens keep it rolling. Swope finds Tyler Cheatwood for the 3rd Heritage touchdown of the night. Gens lead 21-7 at the half. Phoenix keeps themselves in this game. They certainly make it a game. They make it 35-34 in the 4th. But Heritage edges out Sonoraville, final 35-34. Over at East Hamilton High School, the new 4A Region 3 champion Hurricanes ready to take on the Hickson Wildcats. Let's get you some highlights. Under 10 minutes to play in the first quarter. Wildcats with the ball. Chase Barner drops back and throws it. That ball is intercepted by Michael Hinton. And how about that Canes defense? Hinton runs it all the way to the house. Canes on top. But East Ham not done with the scoring yet. Still first quarter. Off the snap, Juan Bullard keeps it himself. Big gain all the way to the 1-yard line. Come on, this kid is a monster. Next play, Bullard again keeps it. The QB keeper puts the Canes up 14-0 after the extra point. Wildcats get on the board in this one, but it is not enough. East Hamilton wins this game, final 26-14. McCallie also home tonight, hosting Pope John Paul II. Blue Tornado get on the board in the first quarter. Jay St. Hilaire connects with Andre Delanoy for the score. McCallie up 7-0 after 1. Blue Tornado fans, cheerleaders having some fun, and why shouldn't they? Javin McMahon runs the ball in. That extends the Blue Tornadoes lead to 14-0. McCallie wins big over the Knights. Blue Tornado get it done, 47-21. Let's get some scores from around the area. Baylor defeats Father Ryan, final 38-21. Leadso County gets the win over Polk County. That's 28-21 final. Maryville gets the win over Bradley Central 48-13. Boyd Buchanan on top over Knoxville Grace 28-20. Chattanooga Central gets the win over Liberty Creek, and CCS 1 point behind Knoxville Webb Dayfall 28-29. Whitwell gets the win and the shutout over Chattanooga. Prep Cleveland gets the win over Hardin Valley, and South Pittsburgh showing out against Copper Basin. Sweetwater defeating McMinn Central. McMinn County getting the win over Ottawa, and Notre Dame getting the win over the Kings Academy.
Here's your pick for the Friday Night Football Play of the Week, brought to you by Center for Sports Medicine. We keep players in the game.
The people have spoken, and our Friday Night Football Week 10 Play of the Week comes from the Soddy Daisy Trojans. Slater Hickman finds Brady Stack, who makes a great catch. Stack cuts inside, absorbs a hit, goes the other way, breaks another tackle, spins while he does, cuts back again, and finds the end zone. There's so much we can say about that play. Wow. Oh, wow. Congratulations to Brady Stack on an unbelievable play there. It was a playoff game in itself tonight in Decatur, as the Meigs County Tigers played host to Marion County. Plus, Lookout Valley and Sale Creek jockeyed for playoff positioning. Those highlights and so much more coming up after the break.
Cheer on with Friday Night Football's Cheerleaders of the Week, sponsored by Wilderness at the Smokies, the Smokies' largest water park resort.
Runs all the way to the bench. Gain of about 4 yards. Second down and 6.
I like those pink pom-poms. As you just saw from the Meigs County cheer team, it was rocking tonight at Jewel Field as the Tigers played host to Marion County in region play. There's a lot of different scenarios where both teams can end up in the playoffs, depending on what happens in another game. But to keep it simple for themselves and everyone at home, the winner of this one was definitely playoff bound. Tigers hoping they can take care of business at home. Tough Ricker makes things easy for them early on. What a name, what a run. Warriors try to respond. Tilton Pickett passes to Sam Pickett, brothers, cousins, I don't know, but that connection is working. Meigs defense impressing in this one. The sack by Luke Pendergrass. The Tigers don't stop. Bryson Hefner in for the score. Meigs County is playoff bound, final 35-32. Sale Creek and Lookout Valley in this game. Lucas Mathis returns the short kick for the touchdown, so that ties this game at 7 apiece. Lookout Valley trying to respond, and they're able to do so. Jackson Quails with the rushing TD, a 13-ish yard run. Lookout Valley goes up 13-7. There's a missed point after attempt. Lookout Valley, another rushing touchdown by who else? Jackson Quails. A 12-yard run. Lookout Valley is up 19-7. They fail the 2-point conversion, but Lookout Valley pick 6. Sale Creek's number 11, Luke Cecil, pass intended for Grayson Cosper, intercepted by Ryan Collins and returned for the touchdown. Lookout Valley 25-7. Yellow Jackets get it done, final 37-7. A few Thursday night light games happening this week. Walker Valley hosting Howard. Mustangs up 7-0 early in the first. Hustlin' Tigers looking to answer off the snap. Tariq Morris takes it. Everyone is going left, so he's going to go right. Morris going to ride that sideline all the way into the end zone for the score. Howard can tie things up on the extra point, but the kick is blocked, so Stangs lead by 1 point. Walker Valley extends their lead on the ensuing drive. Evan Schwarzel passes to his favorite target, Tucker Ownby. Mustangs in front 14-6. Second quarter, 4th and goal. Ownby punches it in for the TD. Walker Valley leads 21-6 at the half. They win it 45-13. Some more scores from the area. Red Bank wins over Sequoia 34-7. SBA gets the win over CAK 33-20. Tyner shuts out Tellico Plains 54-zip. Calhoun with the win over Cass 30-16. Christian Heritage falls to Mount Zion 33-10, and Chattooga gets the win over Cruza 33-12. Kahala Creek with the win over Lafayette 28-3. Pepperdale 20-7 over Dade County, and Cartersville gets the win over Dalton. Model wins over Gordon Central 53-13. That was a Thursday night game. Gordon Lee wins over Ridgeland 49-13, and Murray County defeats Haralson County 21-12. Earlier this season, the TSSSA announced they would be moving a number of games to Thursdays to help accommodate for a lack of officials. We've obviously aired plenty of highlights from Thursday games this season, but how would the fan situation look playing a day early? We get to give you a glimpse with our Week 11 fan cam from Thursday night's game between Sadie Daisy and East Ridge.
See who's on the Friday Night Football Fan Cam, sponsored by Arby's. We have the meats. It's time now to strike up the Friday Night Football Band of the Week with Greg Glover.
I'm in Lookout Valley with
Sydney Crownumber.
Sydney is clarinet player. Sydney, your band is called the Band of Gold, but you're wearing a checkered flag. Tell me what that's about.
So our show is called Red Light, Green Light, and it is songs about cars.
Come on out to Lookout Valley to see the Band of Gold, your
Band of the Week.
Look at that band. The Signal Mountain Eagles entered Thursday night's game with Brainerd, 3-6 overall record, but 5 of those 6 losses have come by only 1 score, including all of their region losses. A win over the Panthers and the Eagles would soar into the postseason. They were certainly hoping for that. But it was going to be a tough one because it was homecoming at Brainerd, and great crowd on hand too. The band always brings it. They all do. Panthers on the move after forcing a Signal Mountain punt. And check out Reggie Hubbard. I mean, technically it is hockey season, but this is a football field. Hubbard putting dudes on skates. Brainerd on the doorstep. 4th down in the red zone. First down is in play too, but the Eagles defense all over it. They keep them short of the sticks to turn it over on downs. Nothing comes off the ensuing signal drive. In fact, Brainerd flips the field and buckle up for this ride. Martell's Carter looking to pass, can't find his man, so he starts to run a beautiful spin. Then he cuts back and runs through a tunnel of Eagles defenders, breaks every tackle, and then spins again and scores. This kid only a sophomore. What an effort from Martell's Carter and the Panthers. On the board early, Signal Mountain had the answer as they ground and pound down the field. Ripley Hutcherson crosses the goal line, but it was Brainerd's night as they play spoiler with a 36-24 win to end their season on a high note. To East Ridge we go now. Senior night for the Pioneers, as they and their opponents in Sadie Daisy look to end the season on a good note. Trojans with the rock. Early first quarter, Slater Hickman on the move, looking, and he finds Brady Stack with the ball as he sprints towards the end zone. But how about the hustle play from Tyree Smith to tackle him short? Next play, can't overthink it. Hickman on the keeper, and it took every bit of the other 10 men of Troy on the field to get him in. But would he break the plane? Sadie Daisy up a score. Late in the first half, it's Hickman on the move again, and he bulldozes his way into the end zone. East Ridge, however, gets the win, 35-21 the final. Some more scores. Central gets the win over Northwest Whitfield, 35-17. Cedartown wins over Southeast Whitfield, 48-14. Tryon gets the win over Armucci in a Thursday night game. Cherokee County falls to Fort Payne. Pisgah gets the win over North Jackson, and Douglas gets the shutout over North Sand Mountain. Scottsboro falls to Decatur. Andrews gets the win over Murphy. Cherokee gets the win over Wayne County. And Robbinsville gets the win over Hayesville, of course. Grundy County Community defeat Ray County and Coffee County. And we are now closing the book on one season. Have a great night.
Friday Night Football is brought to you by Food City and Sonic Drive-Ins. We thank the Chattanooga area Arby's for feeding our Friday Night Football team. Arby's, we have the meats.